Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of PAWS Podcast. Nicole Shuma, Scott in the background. This is going to be an exciting episode. You are not going to want to miss this. We're going to learn all kinds of stuff today from Nicole. Nicole, how you been?
Point to your ears. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me? You are not going to want to miss this episode with Nicole Shuma on PAWS Podcast. We're going to learn a lot of new stuff today. Nicole, how you been?
I am good. I'm actually tired. It was hot outside today.
Yeah, for the last couple of days. Yeah, it's been pretty hot out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we're in Nicole's, it looks like her kitchen today.
Yes. I wasn't going to bring everything, but it was just a lot easier to set it up on my kitchen and show you each thing and how it works.
Nice. Beautiful kitchen, by the way.
Thank you.
I'll assume that we got big man Scott.
Yep.
In the background. Nice.
Behind the camera.
There you go. There you go.
And I did all the work in the kitchen, FYI.
So if you're looking for a new kitchen,
I know it'll take forever. You don't want to do that.
It reminded me every 6 months this stuff's going to be done.
Oh, that's great. You guys are so fun. So Nicole, what are we talking about today?
Well, it is kitten season, and actually kitten season never really ends. But this time of the year, there are a lot more kittens than in the colder months. And there's only a 60%, 60% of the bottle-fed kittens do not survive. And it's just a reality. And it's sad because we have Grace and Rocky, and Grace and Rocky's two other siblings, no matter what we did, we couldn't save them. So, yeah, I cry every time a kitten passes away, and it's really sad, but there's nothing that you can do about it. But I just want to share with people like what I do, maybe things they could try. I'm not a vet. I'm not a professional. I just do what works for me and my kittens, and I adapt. And some of these tips I have learned from other fosters, from rescues. So I thought it would be nice to share that.
Nice. Right, it's at home at your own risk, folks.
Right. So he's been really, really sick, and he's on antibiotics, and he was a little lethargic. So if you see his bottle, he's actually drinking formula with pumpkin and some probiotics in there because his tummy's been hurting him. So, and he's always chasing me around screaming. So he always wants to eat. Takes a little drink, wipe his with the feet. All right, now the other one's screaming. Okay, so I swaddle my bottle babies. One, because I think they like it. I don't know if they do, but I do. And
then security, right?
Right. Well, and the thing is they sometimes they scratch you and get crazy and whap at the bottle, and you can't get it in them fast enough. So I do that for that reason. And I think it's comforting, but they don't talk to me, so I don't know. I just do it anyways.
Gotcha.
So with bottle-fed babies, the best, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, a lot of kittens are coming into the shelters right now because people think that the moms have abandoned their babies. But most of the time, the moms are either out mousing, getting a break, finding something to eat. And then they take the kittens away when they could have really just stayed with their moms. Because that's the most important, is you always want kittens to stay with their moms. When you bring them in, you're taking away what the mom can give them. So what I've done is put together a bunch of stuff so that you're able to adapt to dealing with feeding them on your own. So I have, and I don't know if the brands matter, but these are the brands that I use. So we have formula, KMR, and this is powdered. Once you open it, I always keep it in the fridge. This is the liquid. I don't really care for this as much. I would rather make it as I go. Of course, you need bottles. Then I always have bottle brushes. Oh, hello. Are you going to be in the video too? And a marker so that you can mark how much that they're eating. If you really want to know if they're eating and getting enough food, I have a scale. And not everybody who fosters or comes across babies that need to be bottle fed necessarily need this stuff. I've just done it so long, I have everything.
Okay.
So, and as I go and learn more tricks, I add and add and add to the thing.
Well, it's important to weigh them to make sure they're gaining weight,
Well,
that they're eating properly.
that's another thing too, is this is how you know that they're eating by gaining weight. Another thing you can do is to see how much food they're eating is you can mark your bottles with a marker and say the first feeding they eat this much, and as they get older, and now these guys are up to 2 bottles at a time.
Okay.
Yeah, they're little pigs.
So real quick, so you're journaling each kitten?
Yes, you have to pay. Well, yep, that's why I got this notebook here. So you write down what weight they start at and then how much they progress. And the Humane Society also does the same thing with me. Every time they go in for shots or a checkup, they also journal their weight to make sure that they're gaining too.
So now, with all the journal data that you collect, as a kitten gets older and then goes to adoption, do you give that information to whoever's adopting, or
No, pretty much by then they should.
they're on their
Totally
own,
off
right?
the bottle.
Right.
And they should be eating hard and wet food. Some of them only eat hard, some of them only eat wet, and some of them eat both. Oh, here comes Eddie.
So they don't really go to adoption until they're at that point, right?
Yes, they have to be 2 pounds, definitely off the bottle, and eating food. So if they're not eating food and off the bottle, then something's wrong.
Okay.
So this is like the littlest thing you need. Bottles, formula, scale, obviously notebook, pen, markers. So my babies have been when Eddie, you're not really helping here. You'll probably see all of our animals. It gets crazy. This is their domain, the countertop.
Yes.
So I'm always nervous when I get bottle fed because the younger they are, the more they need. So when they're like 10 days or less or older, they have to be fed every 2 hours. And then as they progress, then every 4 hours, and then every 6 hours, and so on. So you also need an alarm clock, because when it's 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you better have something that wakes you up, because they're going to want to eat. So it's 24 hours that, you have to be willing to put into bottle feeding them. So with their 2 siblings passing away, then I start getting out my arsenal. So I always have unflavored Pedialyte on hand, and it can be the store brand. This helps with electrolytes. And I either, 1, mix their formula with it, 2, give them a syringe of it, because they don't really like to drink it out of the bottle, or I add it to their water. And then, little syringes here we have. We have a whole bunch of those. So he's had a tummy ache on top of all that. So I love this brand. It's called Honest Kitchen, and everybody might have their own favorite, but it's a herbal digestive supplement, and it helps them so that they keep their food in their tummies and not pooping it out. And he was doing that yesterday. So, in as quick as 24 hours, this has helped him tremendously.
So Nicole, the digestive supplement is meant for animals. Let's just make that clear, right? It's
this brand here is made for animals.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So folks, don't go out. I don't know if you can use human digestive enzymes, right, on animals. So I just want to make sure the listeners don't get the wrong.
Yeah,
advice.
let's put caution to the wind and, go to the human section when you're buying stuff like this. But that's funny that you say that because now these are 2 human remedies that I also use. A big thing is if they're not eating and they won't eat kitten food, I give them baby food.
Okay.
Because it's easy to slide down their throat. They don't have to chew, but they're still eating, slurping, learning to eat. You don't want to ever give them shreds or the bites or anything like that because they don't really chew yet.
Yeah,
So you
right.
don't want them to choke when you're transitioning from a bottle to kitten food.
Right. Now I know that there's certain things too. Now baby food nutrition's got a lot of nutrition in it. But there are certain types of baby food. Are they able to eat just about anything out of any baby food?
The only ones I don't buy is the fruit and the meat. I try to stay in the vegetables like carrots,
Gotcha.
squash, pumpkin. I guess I could try the fruit. I'll have to try that once. I never have.
I just didn't know if there was animals aren't able to eat this, right? Like this one thing. Like here, if you're snacking on macadamia nuts, you wouldn't give one to your dog, right? Because it turns into poison.
Right.
Once they eat it. So I just want to make sure that if we're using human food, is there anything in human baby food that affects cats? I don't know too much about the feline. So
Um,
I think if you give it to your baby, you can give it to the cat.
yeah.
So a lot of the fiber and the pumpkin and the carrots and stuff like that helps them when they have diarrhea. That's why because we feed that to our dogs. We always have. It has
binds
to be
them up a
pure
little bit,
pumpkin.
Scott.
Yeah, pure pumpkin.
Okay.
So this is the other thing. Do not get the pumpkin with the spices in it. You want the can to say 100% pure pumpkin.
Got you.
Gotcha.
They don't need a pumpkin latte or anything.
Right.
Spicy
Pumpkin
chai. Right.
So for these guys that I have now, I obviously opened the can of pumpkin already. My best friend is a shaker cup with a little ball in there, so you can make sure
Nice.
the formula is getting mixed up with the pumpkin
wondering-
and the digestive stuff.
Just wondering where my shaker cup went.
I got all your shaker cups now. So what I do is I measure out the water according to the can. You either have to do a little less or a little more. Sometimes when you're mixing it, it gets a little too thick and they don't like it like that.
Mhm.
And then I put a tablespoon of pumpkin in there, shake it up, put it in this is their bottle. So this is their bottle. And then my babies don't like their milk cold. So I just warm it up each bottle with hot water, set it in here for a minute or as long as they can stand to wait for it. And then they eat. So
These
So
cats
these
got
are-
it made. They got it made over there.
So those are little. Let me put this back in the fridge. And the other thing is this stuff is really expensive. So I only mix usually what they use in a day. I don't really like to make a big batch and then it
And
gets
then let it
sour.
sit. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
So
makes
Yeah.
once you mix up that KMR, it has a shelf life. So
yeah,
Gotcha.
you got to use it in a certain amount of time.
right. And once it's open, just put it in the fridge.
You don't want to mix it a week ahead of time. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Right.
So, put
So,
that
like
back-
when you set your alarm for the 1 a.m, you're getting up and then prepping before you even feed, right? So there's a lot of work going on right there.
Well, I mean, their formula will be made in the shaker cup usually for the nighttime. So I'll have that ready. But yep, it's fill the bottle, warm it up, and then get them. And
Gotcha.
I mean, I could give it to them cold, but they eat a lot better when it's nice and warm.
Okay.
So, other things that I have for them. So I really, really like to use baby shampoo, the no tears, because you're going to do a lot of washing of eyes, mouth, feet, and butts. So this is gentle. So if you can use it on your baby, you can use it on your kitten.
Okay.
A few things that I also stock up on, and I'm a thrifty person. So most of my wash rags, hand towels, And little blankets come from garage sales, thrift stores, or a lot of people donate to me when they're cleaning out their closets and stuff. So, and what I can't use, I pass on to other rescues. So when they're first small, you basically have to be their mom. So they can't go potty on their own. So you're going to teach them how to go potty. But before they learn to go potty in a potty box, you just take, I like these little cotton balls, and you don't have to be rough. You just wipe them a little bit so that it stimulates them to go potty.
Okay.
You can use a wash rag, but I also like the very soft material if I'm doing it that way.
Okay.
So,
I'm glad you went there with it, because leading by example would have been weird.
well, yeah, well, these guys go potty by themselves already.
Yeah.
So they would be like, what are you doing to me?
Right.
So I couldn't actually.
Why is Nicole in the litter box? I don't know.
Right,
She's
exactly.
exaggerating.
Not quite like that. You just all you do is wipe them, stimulate them after they eat,
Yeah.
to go potty.
So they
Yeah.
could go potty.
And you're gonna get peed on. You're gonna
You're
get
gonna
pooped
get
on.
pooped on,
It is what
and-
Right. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's, any baby, if anything, will do that. You
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and
The
they
mom-
get really used to getting rinsed under the sink and washed off. And some of them are extremely messy, or if they're sick, oh my gosh, it's like 10 baths a day. You're
Yeah.
constantly rinsing them. That's why you want to use gentle soaps and just pat and stuff like that. So after that, when I think that they're ready to start learning to go in a litter box, I buy these little pans so their little legs can get over them.
Okay.
And I put a little bit of cat litter in here. And most kittens know to go in here. I don't know how cats know to go in a litter box, but they do. But then there's some other ones that you just got to gently pick up after you feed them, put them in here, and then they'll hop out and you're putting them back in. And then, well, when they go potty, then you're all excited and you're like, oh, they're getting it.
Yep.
So I don't really worry if they're walking in it or they're digging or whatever. They learn that as they go on. So after they graduate from the little bitty pan, I found out this is theirs. It's a little bit of a disaster right at the moment, but this is a ferret pan. So instead of them having to jump out, they just can step in and step out.
Okay.
Then as they get really good and can jump, then I put them to a regular cat box. And another thing I like is unscented cat litter. So that's what I use. I don't like the scented stuff. I think it makes your house smell actually worse than having cats. So,
Interesting.
all right.
Okay.
So I kind of probably should have did this first, but kittens have to be at 95 degrees. So I also have a plethora of heating pads, heating blankets, whatever work. I mean, you don't want to have it on high. I usually do low to medium, depending on how many there is.
Right.
And they need to be kept at 95 degrees all the time, especially when they're itsy bitsies. So what I do is I have a lot of huts, but you can use carriers too. I buy these pop-up things. They just pop up like this. You could put the cord through here, put the heating pad in there, and then I always make sure that they're not directly on the heating pad. So I usually put blankets, towels, whatever I feel is safe for them. And then I take a blanket and cover it so that it, makes a little heating dome in there for them.
Okay.
Yeah. So I actually put a lot of thought in how to take care of my kittens. I guess it's sad because I see a lot of death. Now I just took 8 kittens to the Humane Society, and that whole batch lived, but I didn't have to bottle feed them. They were eating food when I got them. So that was a happy thing. But
Nice.
a lot of the bottle feds, it's hard when you get this batch of 6 little kittens, and then by the time you take them back, you have 2 left. Sometimes you have none left.
Wow.
And they could have. That's another good point about spaying and neutering. People don't realize that cats can get pregnant as early as 6 months, and it might even be before then. I don't know. I'm not a vet, but you're like, oh, I'm going to get her spayed. And then you never get there. And then before you know it, she's pregnant. And some of them are just too young. They're not ready to be mothers. They don't know how to be mothers, and they don't want to be mothers. I mean, I will get moms with kittens, and I have to bottle feed them because she doesn't want really to be a mom. So, or she doesn't know how. I don't know what the case is there, but so let's see, where am I at? I'm thinking of so many things in my head that I can't. So the best bet is to leave them with their mom. Spay and neuter is my point.
Yeah.
So
you see a lot of death, right? You mentioned that. Let's talk about that a little bit. So,
okay.
As foster care, and some people that are out there that might be like, I would like to do this. You're giving great information, by the way. But they got to prepare themselves when something's in your care and it is unalived. All of a sudden, it becomes you're attached, right?
Oh, yeah.
And it's devastating.
Yes.
And you have to build some thick skin, I think, right? Were you able to? I mean, I know it's hard for you. You're an animal lover, all the way through and through. Through time, have you built the thick skin going like, well, that's pretty much the name of the game here. Some make it, some don't, right? I mean, how do you personally make it through those to be like, I want another batch to take care of?
Well, sometimes when it's just kitten after kitten after kitten you can't save, I'll mostly lean on Scott because he's here with me.
Right.
And then I'm like, when I go to the Humane Society or whatever, I'm like, what am I doing wrong? I couldn't save them. I tried every trick that I know. And, sometimes they have parasites in their tummies you don't know about. Their mom didn't have a good enough nutrition. And I mean, all that what could be wrong with them, but it's like you try so hard and they're just so little and so helpless. And 1 minute they're fine and the next minute they're gone. And
wow.
I don't know if I'll ever have thick skin where I can say, okay, that's normal. Yes, it is normal, but I still cry and I still feel sick to my stomach when I have to go in their little hut or whatever. And they're fading away.
Yeah.
And I just give them the best little, I guess, death, wrap them up, keep them warm until their eyes are closed.
Honestly, Drew, a lot of this stuff boils down to these kittens would have died under a porch or in some bushes or on the side of a road, a terrible death. Correct. So if they made it here for a week or 2 weeks, they got fed, they got a warm bed, we kept them clean. So they would have not had that life at all, even though it was short-lived.
Yeah, that's a great perspective, Scott. I mean, they won the game for that time, right? And that's awesome. And by the way, folks, everybody needs a Scott to lean on. I mean, because of your profession of doing so many different things and having so much knowledge, it's got to be great for Nicole to be able to say, what do I do? And he probably talks you off a ledge quite a bit. Isn't that right?
I get the hey Scott, can you get that kitten out of the kennel for me over there? And I do my thing, and I'm very respectful. We don't just throw them in the garbage. They get wrapped up if they were
nice little blanket.
Yeah, if they had a blanket or a towel, they'll be wrapped up really nicely in that, and then they'll go in our flower garden with all the other ones.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice. So
well, that's nice. And listen, you're a big guy, Scott, but you also got a really big heart.
Are you sure? Nobody's ever seen me on camera.
No, but I've seen you.
You're elusive.
Yeah, it's you're empathetic to the situation, and you guys are watching animals and you're taking care of animals. And I love how you put it. You're like, we're getting animals that are side of the road. They would never have made it.
Right.
Right.
So you gave them a fighting chance. And if they didn't make it, well, that was their time. But during the time they were in your care, they got a warm bottle of deliciousness. They got the baby shampoo. You did all the luxury stuff that they never would have seen, and maybe not even see after they leave you and they go into adoption. Who knows?
Well, hopefully, we like to believe that that's where they go. Our cats are very socialized when they leave here. They're not going to hide under your bed. You're going to get them home, and they're going to be in your, like you see our cats walking in front of the camera.
Oh yeah, they're all meowing all.
They're
over
part
the
of our
place.
family.
Yeah.
We only have one real sort of shy cat, but that cat's out. It's a Siamese.
That's just their
Yeah,
nature.
she just doesn't like me. I've never done anything mean to her, but she just likes Nicole. And if I turn the camera on in the kitchen during the day to see what's happening in the house, that cat's out here all the time. But when I'm home, it's gone. It was just peeking at me from the basement stairs. Probably
like they picked their person.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah.
But the 8 that we brought back on Monday were absolutely phenomenal. We just had a blast. It was really hard to leave them there.
It was.
And see them in a cage all alone and know that they're not going to have somebody to sleep with for a couple of nights or whatever.
Yeah.
It was really tough.
Yeah.
It pulled at your heartstrings after a while.
Because the only time my kittens are corralled or in their huts is when we're not home. I mean, otherwise they're with us, run around, sleep with us at night. They just have the whole normal. I know it's kind of silly, but on Monday when we had to take the 8 kittens to be spay and neutered, you talk to them and you tell them, be good little boys and girls and hope that you have a good life. And I said to Scott, I hope that they always feel the love that we give them. And it is hard because we had those 8 kittens for 10 weeks.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Yeah, that's a long time. And they start to.
It's hard when this little face is chasing you in the morning and you're trying to leave for work and it's crying for you not to go to work.
Yeah.
It gets tough, So
Here, he might want to drink.
this little guy loves me. I don't know why.
Yeah, he is. This is Scott's. Are you gonna not use a?
You're a big teddy bear, Scott.
Yeah.
Now, folks, once again, they were in the studio. Scott had like 6 of them rolled up like little burritos, and they were all in his arms. So cute.
Yes.
And nothing like a good sense of security, right?
Yes, we always burrito them. I don't know. I think it's a sense of security for us and them at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, they're clawed. They'll scratch that.
Yeah. And, believe me, my legs, my arms, everything. I put shorts on the other day and I'm completely covered in scratch marks because, now that they can run around the house, they see me and they're crawling up me. Yeah. And I don't even have to set an alarm for these guys. These guys tell me, are you quiet? Okay. Also crying.
He was playing with Grace.
Now, you mentioned before in your last podcast that you don't really, you didn't want to give out names, or you have named them, but it's not their permanent name, right? Because it's.
Well, the Humane Society gives them names. This is Rocky, and then his sister is Grace. But we usually have our own names for when they're at our house. Like he just got booger nose because he's been he actually looks really great.
Rocky Balboa, he's a fighter. He fought through a lot. His
eyes were all yucky, his nose, and he couldn't breathe. And so we were constantly washing his face and keeping his nose clean. And then he got a little lethargic. So that's when we started with the Pedialyte. And when they get like to critical, I mean, you can do it before. I guess it doesn't really hurt, but I always have, this is pancake syrup, but I always have syrup on hand.
Carol syrup is.
Carol syrup. Let me see if I have a syringe.
Just you take it on your finger and you rub it on their gums, and the sugar gives them a little bit of energy
and stuff. Or you can just fill up a syringe and then you just rub it on their mouth.
No, very similar to a diabetic crack.
Yeah.
We had kittens one time where we were doing that every few minutes to keep them alive, to get them home.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the way from the Humane Society.
For an hour drive.
I'm driving and Scott's like this, just rubbing Carol's syrup on their gums to get so we could just keep them alive and get them at home and figure out what works best for them. It was.
I honestly don't remember what happened with them, but let's give them a happy ending. They all lived.
Yeah, that was a
Remember.
really rough bunch.
Yeah.
So, but now he's spry and running around.
Yeah, he's a different cat today.
Yeah.
Since Monday to today, he's totally different.
Yeah.
So he got a couple 4 or 5 day dose of doxycycline, and then with Nicole's magic electrolytes, baby food, pumpkin. Yeah, yesterday he couldn't keep his poop in. He was all over the house.
Yeah, I'm chasing him around with a little rag. I'm like,
Today he's pooping normal turds. And
yeah. So it's like,
it's good.
so I went to the litter box and I'm like, yes. So you know that you won that battle.
Nice. Good job, Rocky.
That's right.
Adrian.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. So this is over the top, but I did get one of these. So this is a nebulizer. And he couldn't breathe. And if we wouldn't have got antibiotics when we did, or if we couldn't have got to the Humane Society, you can take this and turn it on and give them mist. And you just water and you cover their enclosure. And then you can just let it sit and run and help them be able to breathe better. I mean, you could put them in the shower, turn the shower on.
It's like a humidifier at that point. You're adding moisture into the air.
Anything with moisture to help them.
Yeah.
I just got this because I have so many kittens.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense. That's a really good idea. I like the little tricks that you're pulling out there. That's and you think about it. Scott, you were a fireman, yes?
No, construction worker.
Oh, okay.
Scuba diver.
I don't know.
Scuba diver.
Scuba diver. That's right. Well, I know that, but for some reason, fireman came in my head. But not your first side on first aid either for either of you. So I'm kind of figuring what works for people. Mini versions for kittens, right?
Every case is different too. It's every kitten, upper respiratory infections. That's actually pretty easy to take care of. We call the vet, and like we did on Monday, and they gave us doxycycline for 5 days, and they're totally different cats. But cats are always susceptible to upper respiratory. So
yeah, I love the colors too on these kittens. They're so cute.
Yeah, they're very.
These are gorgeous.
Yeah.
Very gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're going to be long haired. I don't know. You're not eating it. You're just.
So how do you tell about long haired and short haired cats? How do you know?
Well, it's a lot easier to get poop out of the short-haired ones than the long-haired ones.
All right, there you go.
That's the only difference to me.
Careful what you ask on this show, Drew.
I mean, because if you have a batch of five times, that's 20 poopy feet and poopy butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a lot of poopy.
That's a lot of poop, or 5 butts. So what else do we want to know? I like to only feed them kitten food. The bites are smaller. You can add water. You can add formula to and get it a little mushy until they start learning to eat it and crunch it. And I only give them kitten pate until they're bigger. And they are going to go to the Humane Society. And then I start mixing the adult with the kitten. Little bowls are amazing. Sometimes you have little dorks and you can't get them to eat out of a bowl. So I start with a paper plate. Or this too, depending on if you like messes or not, you can put the bowl like that or the plate, and then they can get in there and just raise Cain and make a mess.
Yes.
Yeah, because kittens
Yeah.
are extremely messy.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
or
because
my children, by the way, my children,
Right.
very much, it's no different.
It's the same. It's the same process.
Same,
Yes.
yeah. But I just try to make it. I mean, because we have multiples. I mean, we have puppies, we have kittens, we have rats, and then we have all of our own animals. So I just try to buy what works and and have a plan with each batch and, do what's best for them. I mean, and you know what? Some of this stuff might not work for anybody. So it's all about the kitten, what you assess and what'll work.
Experience kind of dictates what the future looks like for other kittens.
Yeah. And
Based on each case. Sure.
I just don't want people to be discouraged. And if they try bottle feeding, I would honestly start with 1 or 2. I do 5, 6, 8, stuff like that because I've done it such a long time that, but that'll make you a little mental.
So people out there that are like wanting to become foster, that are new to it, they see what you do here and they go, how do you keep affording this? Are there tricks to keep costs down?
Well, I go all of my stuff, except for obviously the formula. I do garage sales, thrift stores, discount stores. I mean, I go to Menards for certain products because they have the best price on cat food. I go to Fleet or Farm Fleet, it's here.
Yeah,
Fleet
Farm
Fleet. Because they have the best cat litter, the best priced, and it's unscented. And then Walmart is where I get a lot of my supplies because obviously they have everything. You can get everything in one stop. I do buy this herbal stuff online because the Anderson vet did originally, I think it was years ago, she gave me some of this to try. And so I always have this on hand.
That was for butterscotch.
That was for butterscotch. Yeah. We tried to save him and that was really, really sad.
So a lot of that lasts I mean, you can go through dozens, right? I mean, and you still have left, right? So you're not buying every bag.
Yeah, this is like a whole kitten season.
You got a 1 pound kitten. They don't.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a whole kitten season. I mean, once you open this stuff, I do not save it. If they don't eat it,
Sure.
I throw it out.
Or we feed it to the dog. Is it pumpkin and that carrots are not? Our dogs eat baby carrots all the time. That's very good.
Like if our dog has a stomach ache, we pop open a thing of pumpkin, and for a couple days or a couple feedings, we give her a couple tablespoons
Just let her eat it till it's gone. Basically.
Yeah, or she eats it till she's gone. She actually really likes it now. Carol syrup, holy cow, this will last you a long time.
Okay.
Because you're only going to use a little bitty amount to rub on their gums.
Correct.
I am kind of a freak about things. So like if I open this and don't get any more kittens, I won't keep this Pedialyte. I either put it in my cat's bowls or,
dump it down the drain. It's not that expensive.
Right. So I guess the answer, folks, is no. Every time you get a new batch of kittens, you're not buying this all over again.
No, I just have all this because I foster so many kittens. Now, when you foster for the Humane Society, they will give you everything that you need.
Oh.
You go there, and I don't want to think you have to do this. Me and Scott only.
We do it because we could, basically, but they will. Any foster that walks in there and signs up and passes, all their vetting and stuff, they'll give them the KMR, they'll give them the medications, the bottles, the syringes, everything.
Everything.
Well, that's great information to have.
Yes, they will supply you with everything. I just have a really hard time taking it because I help with the fundraisers. So if we can afford to do this, so we do it. But please, if you can't afford it and you want to foster, don't not do it because you don't think you can.
Right. Don't get discouraged.
They will definitely give you everything you need to.
I bought this whole package for $1 at a garage sale.
Okay.
That's you're going to need it. That's the stuff you look out for.
Right.
So we're used to it. That's our lifestyle. So.
Yeah. And I mean, we have cabinets, cupboards, buckets. I mean, so whatever stage the kittens are at, okay, this is my kitten bucket. This is my, 8-week bucket or whatever. We could just go in there and, why are you crying? He's always crying. But yeah, so, and the girls at Anderson and the guys, everybody who works there is amazing. They help you. I have an Anderson text only. So I can text them, take pictures at any time, and somebody will answer me. They have emergency vet that will answer you. I mean, the after hours might take a little bit, but during the day, everything is pretty quick. I mean, worst case scenario, you just drive there if you're afraid,
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot of information. Is there anything coming up? We're coming up on the back end here. Is there anything coming up that you need to promote or talk about?
Actually, not yet.
Okay.
There's a big one coming.
Actually, though, this Saturday, this won't play before Saturday, will it? No. Okay. So yeah, that won't work. But, I should actually probably write those down and make sure that I talk about those before. So I know that what days they'll air.
Right.
But yeah, so I hope that, people watch and see, and maybe it'll be helpful. Maybe it won't. Maybe they'll think, oh my gosh, this lady's crazy. But this isn't anything I wouldn't do, one, for my own children or my own animals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy? No. Loving? Yes. For sure. Listen, folks, I love how you're able to now show what you can do and how you actually foster care, because it gives people an idea. And there's some tricks of the trade that Scott and Nicole have come up with in order to better their situations, based on whatever the experience per kitten. That's what it sounds like, because each one's different.
Yes.
But these are some of the things that you could use at home. These are the things that you can have on hand. Nice to know that the organization actually helps supply that if you can't get it. So don't get discouraged. But yeah, there's a lot of good data here, a lot of good information. I love absolutely every bit of it. And then next month, we'll be talking about something new. Isn't that right?
Yes. I don't know what yet. I got to pick a category. And it might depend on what animals we have. So we'll have to see what next month brings.
I just want to say one thing too. Everything we showed you here, everything we do here has been discussed with qualified veterinarians in the past, has been used on other kittens. Everything is safe, but please ask your vet or if you're fostering for somebody, run it by them first.
Yeah, just every humane society, every trick and everything here has come from my fostering family, other fosters, and of course the vet herself.
Right.
I mean, she was a guest on the show. She's amazing, and these are all the things that she's tried, and did to try and save, the kittens and give them the best nutrients and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, one other thing too, I know we're getting close here, but like Nicole said, people find kittens and they think right away they're abandoned, but the mom might be out getting food. Give them some time.
Yeah.
Watch for the mom to come back. It's the same thing with wildlife, with bunnies and squirrels and everything else. People find bunnies and they go, oh my God, they're abandoned. No, the mom only comes twice a day.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
food.
Right. They're probably okay. Now, obviously, if the mom's squished by a car in the street, then that it's, time to intervene, but which happens. That happens pretty often too.
Happens. I'm sure quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. I would always wait and see if the mom comes back, because ultimately the mom is the only one that's going to keep these kids alive, for sure.
Yeah. Good information, Scott. So yeah, don't jump the gun, folks. Keep an eye on the situation. See if mom comes back. Obviously, days go by. You're not seeing any sign of mom coming back, and you're starting to see despair happening. Then make you move.
If you have a dog in your backyard and that's where the kittens are, or the wildlife is, do something to block that spot off. Keep your dog out of there, because they grow up so fast and they leave the nest very quickly. It's not like it's going to be there for 6 months.
Right.
You know,
Right.
a couple of weeks if you're, you know, at most, and give them the chance to survive.
Yeah. Great information. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to the next episode, guys.
Okay. Yeah, this is fun. This is what I know, and this is what I do pretty much every day. So I would like to share it too, because it is scary to have all these little creatures and you don't know if you can save them all.
Yeah.
So,
I bet.
yeah.
You're responsible, you know, you're responsible for a life. Some people are like, well, it's only an animal, but to us, it's
There are little babies.
yeah, they're our babies.
Yeah.
Well, and once again, don't forget to go out of your way to neuter and spay.
Yes.
That is Nicole and Scott Shuma. Make sure you go to your YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe, ding that bell for the future notification. We always appreciate the support. Hey, put a comment in there. Let us know what you like about the show. Hey, if you don't like the show, put a comment in there. Let us what you don't like about the show. We're always looking to improve. Until next time, folks, PAWS Podcast, Nicole and Scott Shuma. Enjoy the rest of your day.